Gemini. Week commencing November the 15th, 2021. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool, together as a collective. Without you this doesn't work. So concentrate on your cards. Astro DJ is giving me a UB40. So some of you may have got your cards being made unemployed. And a lot of us are. This is Wise Men Say by UB40. Probably better known by Elvis, but they're giving me the UB40 version, so I'm going with that. What is wrong with you? We are going to get some, we're going to have to invest in some new equipment as soon as I get some money, people. I'm really sorry about this, but it is what it is. So, what does Gemini need to know, Spirit, please? You've been mentioning quite a few reads, Gemini. There you are. Early on in the week. Something's not over. If you think it is, it isn't. So maybe that UB40 is just a temporary thing. Let's hope so, yeah. UB40, I've just realised, you in America and Australia, you might not know what it means. UB40 is when you've been laid off or you've been given your last paycheck. And you get like a tax thing to give in. UB40. It's a UB40 form. So yours might be called something different. Boredom, apathy. Couldn't care less really, could you? Refusing to accept what they're saying you've got to do. Sitting on the fence for far too long, not knowing which way to go, and in the end, you have to go one way or the other. So you're standing on your own 2 feet, you are possibly becoming single, or you've got enough money not to worry about what they say. Was born on the 1st or 1951, plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. You've turned your back on love, or someone's turned their back on you. Water sign, energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you think it's over, I don't think it is, because miracles happen. So if you want them back, it might just happen. But there is a narcissist involved here, somebody who loves themselves more than they love you. It may well be you, it doesn't have to be them. We've got mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. We've got Poppy's Remembrance Day. We've just had that in the UK, 11th of November. Flanders Fields. So, your energy is the only one that's actually mentioned, Gemini. There is some suggestion of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius. There is some suggestion of water signs and earth signs. No other air signs or fire signs. Apart from, like I say, Leo. If you think something's over, it's not. This chapter does need to end, however, but obviously you need to end it amicably. Those born on the 21st, living or past it, Fidarian address. massively important in a negative way. It has a curious connection to a string of pearls with those in spirit, and the number 72. So it's a cycle that's not ended. Delays in travel and turning your back on love, really. You're not accepting whatever's coming your way. You're not interested. But you are growing as a person, and there will be happiness and social gaiety coming out of this. So the most important thing here is the 3rd or the 30th, positive energy, happiness. Miracles. Four months is mentioned. 2 years. 9 years. Drinking. Somebody who likes a lot of drink, a man. Maybe you've stopped drinking, you've gone on the wagon, but it hasn't been very successful and you fell off. Nightmare situation, didn't want to be in this again, did you? Can't sleep. But there is an unconditional offer of love or a water-sign child. Maybe a new child being born. Children are fickle and they are very selfish. You've got to feel the fear and take the risk and do it anyway. Don't listen to what people say. I was born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. Take that risk. Again, for a long time, for years even, you had that 15 and it was toxic energy. So it may be something to do with the kids. Feeling trapped. This chapter's not over. Capricorn energy. It's manipulation. It's material matters. It's somebody who cares too much about what other people think and keeping up with the Joneses. Being shackled to a job or a situation. You need to come out of that. It's toxic. The number 15, negative energy. There's a woman scorned here, somebody who likes to wreak revenge on others. It could be you. Could be a widow, could be a divorcee. If it's somebody that you're seeking professional advice from, and it's a female, I wouldn't take that advice. She's misdiagnosis, bad advice. Somebody is out to cause trouble. They don't care how much trouble it causes, as long as they win. And they're quite prepared to cut the nose off their own face to win. Step away, because this could get violent. Somebody's deliberately trying to confuse you. And it could be the mother of your child or a very important female in your life, especially if they're connected to the number 3 or 30. Or a male, for that matter, if that's their birthday. It's irrelevant of what their birth sign is. Lies, deceit and theft. Not everything is as black and white as you think it is. And a ban on sex. The knives are out. There's a lot of knives here. A lot of conversation, but it's all bitter. Not good. Because it's toxic. And you will fail if you try. So you have to take a risk and do something differently. Too many. Yeah, it could be a Leo here, or those born on the 19th, living or past date for your diary and address. Massively important, and we know that the 19th is important, don't we? I have posted it on my Facebook page twice. Ablas did some astrology for us for around the 19th. It's very crucial, and it's an important thing. Something's coming to light. We are going to learn something, but it will take away all the blockages for you, and you will be able to travel now, move forward. But it is about children, or those born 1966 plus or minus 12 February to February, or just removing the obstacles. Again, you've got that 15, that's twice. Massively important, and it's negative. It's a toxic situation. It could be issues with the bones or teeth, but above all, it's materialism. It's caring too much what other people think, which brings an injustice. Libra is negative, Capricorn is negative. Injustice, problems with the lines and the marital home, possible medical matters. But this is going to be transformed. We've got Scorpio now, 13. You're no longer staying in your safe zone. You're going to take that risk with a bit of luck, or you should, and it will transform your life. Don't worry. I think some of you are thinking maybe you don't want to take advantage of somebody else's loss. Do it. It will transform your life. It's about the reproductive organs and shared resources. There is bickering, quarrelling, and this chapter needs to come to an end. Competition. Oh, lies and deceit again. Somebody spying. The name Jenny. And Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, female, possibly a female police officer, someone in uniform, someone with a darker complexion, could be any uniform, and is again the mother energy, the nurturing energy. Somebody's not putting enough effort in and haven't done for at least 8 years, especially work-wise. So it suggests here that work's dried up, whatever it is, and 8 years skill you feel is being wasted. Lack of communication. So you feel like a bird in a gilded cage. You have everything you need, but nothing really that you want. You feel lonely in a room full of people and ignored or half erased. So Libra's negative, Capricorn's negative, Leo's positive, Scorpio's positive. Yeah, the tower needs to fall. You've made a prison for yourself, an ivory tower. Be careful what you wish for. You might just get it and then it will crumble and fall. You are moving on. The number 19 is massively important. There's disloyalty, unfaithfulness, perhaps a dog in spirit. Children, those born 1970 plus or minus 12, February to February. Disloyal. Bad news arriving, an unwanted visitor. Wishes can't come true because somebody's wearing a false mask, and it's that 15 again. Could be a mother energy. Whatever it is, this 15 is a burden. Yeah, so you've got the woman scorned again. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that could be you. Somebody stepped on your toes and you're quite willing to cut them out of your life. You will get revenge. Everything in the garden is rosy, but you are overthinking things. You've got analysis paralysis, and if you keep yourself in that mental prison, you can't go forwards. Again, there's the Queen of Wands. Could be fire sign energy, or those born 1965 plus or minus 12, February to February. Number 7 is important. She does look after herself there. She won't get into a relationship unless there's something in it for her. And listen to your mother. Mother energy is massively important. What mother's advice, what they gave you when you was a child, take heed. There may be some gossip around this. And we've got a couple now, the King of Spades, the Queen of Spades. Neither are looking at each other. Both got their back to each other. Not interested, very detached. Separation in mind, if not in physical bodies. The name Lily could be important. Oh yeah, there's some healing to go on here. Somebody's really, really wounded, hurt, damaged. Perhaps there is a broken limb, somebody with a limp or an old injury to the leg. Chiron. So, the wound is the place where the light will enter. Healing must take place before you're able to deal with this matter. Chiron is not a planet but a comet with a unique orbit that travels through the entire zodiac of approximately 51 years. So if you're 51, woe betide you. Chiron is the Greek man horse that was born 1966, plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved. He's the centaur, so Sagittarius, the wisest of all creatures, with a wounded healer and self-enlightened shaman. He was wounded in the flank and was almost crippled, but was rehabilitated from his wounds by sickness to pursue the healing arts through the guidance of Apollo, god of light. I've said to you before, where I come from, there is a pub called the Apollo, so it may have something to do with that, or the moon landings, and from that we could go down a big rabbit hole. You may know a Neil or an Armstrong. Chiron has a special purpose as a bridge between the inner and outer planets, a bridge between animal and human, the wisdom that lies in both life forms. So like I said, if you've lost a fair baby, they have arrived safe. Chiron place shows transition linking the mundane to the extraordinary. The heavenly body takes on a journey through our darkness, where we pass through to the next side with strength we didn't realise we had until we had to go through that black place. So you've learnt your lessons. Chiron has a relationship with two astrological signs of Vega, which is positive, and Sagittarius, which isn't mentioned. Chiron lords over matters of health and illness and disease, and especially how they relate to the personal journey through life. So there could be a medical issue here. One must see darkness before we see light, and one must experience sickness before there is lasting health. Chiron also represents resurrection, so it has some relationships to the Christ figure or the wounded healer, which is sacrificing yourself. This is the card of great transformations, which is your Scorpio card. Yeah, transformation. Therefore, in many ways, you are rising from the swamp. Chiron's energy says that once we are able to heal ourselves, we can also take the gift and learn how to restore others. We can mend our wounds when we embrace the process and understand the gift of illness and dysfunction. Chiron is also an expert in alchemy, which gives us the ability to transform the mundane into the marvellous, which is your card. Positive energy changes things into miracles. Chiron is a blending of energies, so the merging of families perhaps, Saturn and Uranus, meaning don't just throw out the old. So you may have tried to keep something going longer than it was needed for that reason. But it's time to embrace the bold and new, and in keeping with this, Chiron also governs quantum physics, medicine and astrology. When this card turns up in a reading, it can indicate health matters, or that issues of a medical nature may be of concern. This matter may have to do with your health concerns, most especially any emotional healing that is needed. At this time, you may find yourself visiting or having interactions with health facilities. I don't see that, but I do see health issues. Or any place that has to do with healing of the body, mind and spirit. That I do see. This is also a time of teaching and learning, so schools may figure in at this time. I don't see that, but it might do. Certain sorrows of the deep past may resurface. Yes, I do see that. So be careful of repeating any old patterns. These will tend to resurface unless faced directly, and if you don't face them, the pain will continue. This is time to wake up, and you can resolve things, bring this chapter to an end. This symbol of Chiron is the key, and this card says that you have the key to open the right doors that you're asking. But to do this, you will have to work with the wounded or the downtrodden in some way, so stay humble. So if this is true, it is now time to save yourself and others. Because there's a bridge between the tangible and the intangible. Shamanism, facing yourself, journeys, the higher mind, religious ideas, heeding the call, deep listening, being bold, journey through the darkness, spiritual growth after you've been abandoned, a difficult and painful passage, deep inner healing, therapy, having to seek medical aid quickly, but don't go to the female doctor, for God's sake, and unexpectedly. Medical tests, homeopathic medicines, chiropractor's issues with the spine. Yes, I see that. Bones and also internal organs. Yes, I see that. The need to heal or be healed, a wounding of trust, accidents, falls, someone getting hurt, feeling the pain of others, healing or teaching others via your own pain, empathy, kindness, duty, responsibility, unnecessary worry, what you do as a routine, tedium, job changes in connection with self-healing, publishing in the areas of alternative health or traditional medicine, home remedies, or learning about health benefits through the natural world, writing, being out in nature, the colours green and brown, survival, the hanged man, sacrificing yourself for others, not putting your boundaries in place, not saying yes when you really mean no. Healing process, contemplation, medicines, illness, grief, but you are finding redemption in some way, or you should seek redemption by apologising. You'll know which side of this coin you are on. So discover the secrets behind the light. There is a secret being revealed to you. It's time to begin your life anew today. Love is all around you. It's time to reclaim it. So it may be someone returning from your past, but there's a lot of making up to do, and a lot of water under the bridge. So draw a line in the sand and begin again. Take that risk and feel the fear. Let's see where that leads you. Don't live in regret, Gemini. Even if it's just to settle things once and for all, someone may return. Blue lace agate 35 and the sun, Leo energy. So this is a soft energy that brings inner peace. It cools down emotions and calms you down. It gets rid of that negative trait formed by a pessimistic memory from the interpersonal relationships at a young age. So maybe you have emotional scars from your childhood. It has the ability to purify all old types of norms, anxiety and sadness to a brighter version. Someone is healing you. It gently heals the wounds and the shame caused by misunderstandings, making you return to your original state. before you felt the hurt. Somebody is giving you a rebirth, or someone from your past that you missed for a long time returning. The sun is the king of daylight and symbolises power and leadership. It can be considered as a father who enjoys the power position of taking care of all the childlike planets in the solar system. So if you are a father in spirit who you didn't really get on with in life, know that he is sorry and you are loved. The good side of it is that the sun can be an honourable leader who is generous and cautious. However, he might have had two sides. Maybe he drank. On the negative side, it reveals arrogant and dominant ambition. It is the core of everything around us. It emits great energy of vitality and prosperity. It's the most powerful presence of all. Just open the phone, handles this, and we can upload all these by the end of the day. Certainly do need some new equipment, I think. Generosity, Gemini. So, generosity is a quality of spirit. It is rejoicing in the good fortune of others. Even when you have nothing to celebrate yourself. It's an attitude of mind which means that you are happy to give without expecting anything in return. Drawing this card invites you to be generous of heart and indicates that you are ready to aspire to that noble quality. Angel wisdom suggests that you give of yourself freely, openly, and lovingly. The rewards for generosity are great, for all that you give from an open heart is returned to you and multiplied. So be generous within your heart. Thanks for listening.